I'm Sel Gaston, and this is Find Your Daily Calm. Talk to your parents. It might surprise you. Hello, and welcome to Find Your Daily Calm. I'm Sel, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something that often sits quietly in the background of our busy lives: the conversations we have with our parents, or the people who have guided us like parents. These talks can hold so much power, offering wisdom, healing, and connection. Now, I understand that not all of us have close or ideal relationships with our parents. For some, these connections may feel distant, strained, or even absent. But this episode is not just about perfect relationships. It's about improving the ones we have, or, if that is not an option, finding those figures who could have been our parents, mentors, family friends, or anyone who embodies wisdom and genuine care. Whether your parents are still with you, live far away, or take another form in your life, this episode is for you. Take a deep breath together to start. Inhale and exhale. Feel the calm settle in as we explore the beauty of meaningful conversations. Part 1. Why these conversations matter. Our parents, or parental figures, carry a wealth of experience, perspective, and love that often goes untapped in the rush of our daily lives. They've walked through eras we can only imagine, made decisions we might struggle to understand, and seen parts of life that we are only beginning to navigate. Even if your relationship with them isn't ideal or the best, there's something deeply grounding about taking the time to sit down and truly listen. Their stories, whether joyful, painful, or simply mundane, are windows into their humanity and often into your own. Here's the truth. These moments are finite. The opportunities to connect won't always be there. And every conversation is a chance to create a memory that lingers far longer than the words themselves. These moments don't need to be grand or formal to matter. A simple chat while sharing a meal, a quiet car ride, or a spontaneous call to say, "I was thinking about you," can be transformative. If your relationship with your parents is a source of comfort, these conversations can feel like coming home. They can be reminders that you're part of a bigger story, a legacy of love and resilience. But if the relationship is more complicated, think of these moments as steps. Small, but meaningful steps toward understanding and perhaps even healing. Start with light, open ended questions like, what did you love to do when you were my age? Or, what's a decision you made that changed your life? These questions are not only disarming, but can open doors to deeper dialogue over time. And if speaking with your parents feels too challenging or isn't possible at all, try to broaden your definition of a parental figure. It could be a mentor who gave you guidance when you needed it most, a grandparent who shared quiet wisdom, or even a family friend who showed you kindness and care. These connections remind us that family isn't always about blood. It's about those who invest in your growth and well-being. To make these conversations even more meaningful, consider keeping a journal where you record what you've learned from these exchanges. Reflect on their stories and how they connect to your own journey. What values or lessons resonate with you? What patterns do you notice in their experience that can inform your decisions? These reflections can become a guidebook for your own life. So, whether it's sitting down with your parents, writing them a letter, or reaching out to someone who's been like a parent to you, take that step. These talks remind us of where we've come from while giving us tools to move forward. They aren't just conversations, they are bridges. Bridges to understanding, to growth, and most importantly, to love. Part 2. Starting the conversation. You don't have to dive into anything heavy right away. Sometimes the most meaningful talks start with simple questions like, what was your childhood like? What's a lesson you've learned that you wish you'd known earlier? What's your happiest memory? These questions aren't about getting perfect answers. They're about opening a door. You're saying, I want to know you better. I value your perspective. Even if you've heard these stories before, there's often a new detail, a fresh nuance, or simply the joy of hearing their voice. And if you're not sure how to start, try this. I was thinking about you today and realized there are some things I'd love to ask you. Do you mind if we talk for a bit? If your parents aren't an option, you can say the same to someone you respect and admire. Part 3. When it feels challenging. Not all relationships with parents are easy. Maybe there's tension, unspoken words, or past hurts. If this resonates with you, know that you are not alone. These conversations don't have to be perfect to be meaningful. Start small. Focus on curiosity rather than judgment. For example, instead of saying, "Why did you do this?" try this. "What was going through your mind when this happened?" Give them space to share without interruption. It's okay to take breaks if things get too heavy. You can always pause and return to the conversation later. The act of trying is already a step forward. Part 4. Making it special. Think about the setting. Maybe you're sitting at the kitchen table, taking a walk, or calling them on a quiet afternoon. Sometimes the environment makes all the difference. Choose a time when neither of you feels rushed. These conversations are gifts, so let them unfold naturally. And if your parents aren't around, consider reaching out to someone who's played a parental or guiding role in your life. These could be grandparents, mentors, or friends who've shaped you. Their wisdom is just as valuable. Closing thoughts. Every conversation like this is a bridge. It connects us to where we've come from and where we're going. These talks don't need to be perfect. They just need to happen. Whether it's a single question or a deep heart-to-heart, you're creating something beautiful. Connection, understanding, and love. Today, I invite you to plan a conversation. Call your parents. Sit with them. Ask them that question you've always wondered about. If that is not possible, reach out to someone who has guided you in life, even if it feels awkward or vulnerable. Trust that it is worth it. Let's take another deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. Visualize the calm that comes with sharing a moment of truth and kindness with someone you care about. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this episode resonates with you, share it with someone who might need a gentle reminder to reach out to their loved ones. I'll see you in the next episode of Find Your Daily Calm. Until then, take care of yourself and your beloved connections.